it's supposed to feel.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another test. So today I think it's time to test Windows Defender again, as it is the built-in anti-malware that comes with Windows, and we're going to test Malwarebytes again as it was requested a while back. And it was recently requested also to test it rather with the default settings and not all the experimental settings and settings that might give us more false positives. So yeah, so we'll be testing Defender. So we have a look at Defender quickly. Okay, so we are just using the settings that's on the UI. I did not use the tool for the max protection and things like that. So the settings that we have here is purely set by the UI. So we'll just quickly enable controlled folder access. Okay, so we have user account control, firewall is set to on and active. Reputation based protection. Okay, we are not using the isolated browser, we're just going to use Edge in its normal form. Okay, exploit protection on the default settings. Okay, and we have core isolation enabled, and it is fully up to date. So it has the new updates that fix the LSA bug as well. Okay, so that's that for Defender. On Malwarebytes, the only setting that I did make was, I think, password protection, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see if that's still enabled. Okay, so if we look at security, I think I still have it enabled. Let's just reopen it again. Yeah, so this is the only modification that I did make is the tamper protection. So I want to see if that helps with the test, because normally we've seen where Malwarebytes get tampered, get removed and things like that. So I'm going to see if that actually helps. Okay, so if we look under security, you'll notice that scan for rootkits are disabled and use expert algorithms are disabled, because those two are disabled by default. Brute force protection is also disabled. Under advanced settings, we haven't ticked everything, so these are all the default settings. Okay, and pen testing is disabled, and yeah, that's about that. This is obviously the latest version, but we'll check again for updates. So let's quickly get the protection disabled so that we can start this test. Okay, so now that we all have the nasties extracted, so we'll have a high sample count again today. Not sure why Malwarebytes is blocking that. So we have. Okay, so now that we've got all the nasties extracted, so we have a quite of a high sample count again today, 3,774 on each side. And obviously, as you guys can see, we've got Java files, file list malware, PDFs, Office documents, PowerShell, zips, but the majority are applications. We'll just go ahead and close that. Okay, we're just going to make sure that Defender is up to date. Going to do the same with Malwarebytes. Okay, we're just going to make sure that they're fully up to date, and then we'll start this test. Okay, so that luckily didn't take long. So as you can see, threat intelligence settings are up to date, and same with Malwarebytes, they are fully up to date. I'll just check them again. Okay, Malwarebytes is up to date. I think we're going to start enabling the protection slowly. Give them enough time for the drivers to run and to start properly. Okay, Defender is up to date. Okay, so malware protection, we just need to do the last one, that's web protection, and then we should be good to go. Okay, as you can see, security at a glance, it's green, Defender is green at the bottom. Let's do web protection, and web protection is enabled. We are good to go. I think we can start this test. Just to show you guys again, core isolation is enabled, reputation based, everything is enabled. We'll close that off, close that one. Okay, this one might take a while to update. Okay, so now the first test will be the website test, which is obviously a combination of malicious websites, fraudulent websites, malicious or websites that download malicious files and things like that. So we've got a combination of websites that we're going to test at the same time. So Defender will be using the smart screen, and Malwarebytes will be using its plugin on the browser. Okay, we obviously have Edge running in the processes, but we're still waiting for it to open. Okay, so smart screen stopped that one. I think we might need to, okay, there we go. Okay, site's been blocked, can't be reached. This one seems to be missed. Blocked. Okay, not blocked, blocked. Let's say translate. Okay, blocked. Okay, not blocked. Not blocked. Not blocked. And not blocked. Okay, cool. So we've got a couple of not blocks here. Okay, so that one seems to have been stopped. That might be the update one. Yeah, let's just update it. Okay, so I think Malwarebytes is blocking that one as well. Due to Trojan. Okay, so by the looks of it, it seems like Malwarebytes actually did better on the website test. Let's see if this one opens. Yep. Okay, so I would say Malwarebytes did better in this test than Defender, because we obviously have this one. We have this one that opened as well. We have those couple of ones that open there. So yeah, I would say Malwarebytes did better in this test, but not bad with Defender as well. We'll close that. It doesn't seem like anything downloaded, but let's just make sure. Okay, so we only have one file that left, and we have one file that's here as well. Let's say install. Might be password protected. Yeah, password protected. Okay, cool. Okay, so they both downloaded one file, but I would say Malwarebytes did a little bit better in this one. But now it's time for the main event. So the malware that I obviously use all the time are as fresh as they can be, ranging from a couple of hours to not more than a couple of days. Okay, so let's see if anything loaded for Defender. Okay, so Defender picked up a couple of threats. It's already not happy. I I don't see anything with Malwarebytes as of yet. Okay, so Defender is obviously picking up a lot of malware, as you can see. Seems like Malwarebytes. Okay, come, there it goes. I thought it was maybe stuck for a bit. Okay, so we might have one malware here that's loaded. Let's quickly have a look at this one. Okay, malware blocked. Finally we're getting some pop-ups. Okay, so let's see what this malware is about. Okay, so it's a Trojan, Grindsoft, so only a couple of vendors, so it might be false positive due to the AI detections or something like that, or machine learning, but fairly low detection rate. Okay, now we've got another one here, 34. But the other one is obviously killed off it by the looks of it. Okay, we've got that same one running on Malwarebytes. We'll see if that one disappears. We have the 34 one, also a Trojan. A couple of more vendors, so this should definitely be malware. Norton, Webroot, they're all rating this as malware. Okay, yeah, so I think that's going to be an interesting test, guys. As you know by now, if there's anything weird, I'll point it out. But for now, I'm just going to tend to all the malware. It seems like the Malwarebytes machine might be a little bit slow now. But yeah, I'll let you guys know once there's anything interesting to show or when the test is done. Okay, so the test has finally come to an end. Okay, so with Defender, we obviously have quite a couple of issues here. Let me see if I can close this one. Let's see if we can get Process Explorer open. Okay. Okay, so we have this program that's running here. We've seen this one before in the previous test. Then, as you guys can see, we have quite a number of threads running on this machine. Okay, so as you guys can see, we do have quite a number. I think some of them might close if we actually do close them. I think some of them might still be open. Okay, just gonna try just so you guys can see what is open here. So we have quite a couple of issues. Okay, we'll close that one, close that one. Okay, and I think this is still the fake Google Chrome update that's installing somewhere. There we go. Okay, cool. So I think this is the one, so it's installing. Now with Malwarebytes, I think you guys would have already noticed that we do have ransomware infection. These are the programs that have installed according to program files. So we have Screen Connect, also can be used as a rat. We have Visual Basics, which could be the ransomware. Startup items, so we do have quite a couple of startup items, unfortunately, but not that many. But the machine, or Malwarebytes, has already lost, so you guys know. If I see any form of ransomware infection, the product is by default eliminated or failed. Now we can't contact the VirusTotal server, but we'll just quickly go through. Yeah, I'll close that, as you guys can see. And then the ransomware that was identified is once again Stop Deja Vu. There's actually multiple ransomware infection, I would say, because the extensions are different. So we have this file extension here and the COZA file extension. So I'm not sure if it is creating random file extension names or if we have multiple ransomware infection, but obviously we'll need to upload the files and see what they do say. But yeah, it could be just that whole deja vu. So all our files are destroyed, our documents, our pictures, and then also Malwarebytes did disappear again. This is a common thing. What I've seen with Malwarebytes is it tends to disappear from the taskbar, and then you battle to get it open. But as you saw, we had tamper protection enabled with the password, but it once again did go MIA a bit and then eventually came back. But obviously, as you saw, it just does nothing. So these are the programs that are installed on the Windows Defender machine. So we have a couple of programs that are installed here, but we do, so far what I've seen, we have no ransomware infection on Defender. So Defender has already done better than Malwarebytes in that front. And as you can see, we still have our third-party opinion scanner still available, where on the Malwarebytes it is completely destroyed. The machine is actually not that slow, considering the amount of malware that's running on it. But yeah, as you can see, all our pictures and everything is intact. But yeah, the machine definitely has its own issues. Okay, so this program is definitely causing some issues. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then we have all these weird cracks and stuff. Okay, so startup items for Defender. We have this debug, seems to be broken. We have battery care, we have this code disker, and then PowerShell, which will be used for persistent startups. And yeah, so not that bad regarding startup items. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just closing all of this. Okay, but yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously, Malwarebytes wants to restart, so I'm going to restart it. Defender obviously has a lot of user interaction waiting for me, so I'm going to reboot both of them, get them updated, and then we'll start the full scans. Okay, so the scans are completed. So I just need to point out, on the Defender machine I had a couple of issues with the scans. So the full scan will scan for a bit and it will abort, and I'll scan it again. So after the second time it failed, I just waited for a quick scan. So the quick scan is done, but as you can see, it says no threats are found, but it's definitely not happy about a couple of issues. I did say start to take action, and it comes back again. So it seems like, as you can see, so it goes back, go back again, says take actions. So it's having a bit of a problem removing some of the threats that it might have detected. So I'm not going to spend more time on that. I'm gonna just try this top result here one more time. But yeah, these malware samples have already been removed manually. Now I'm going to restart Malwarebytes through this pop-up. Defender I'm just going to close, but before we do, let's see if there's any malware still running on the Defender machine. Okay, so we definitely have the Christmas tree that's obviously still here. Seems like there's 2 entries of it, and then we've got this good Desker that's still running on the Malwarebytes machine. We are unable to contact the virus turtle server. I'm just gonna go quickly manually through it. Okay, so obviously we've got a script running there, and then we've got this driver pop-up here. And then Malwarebytes does give the same pop-up message on random periods, so there's definitely outbound communication. This one seems to be broken. Then we've got PowerShell. I did also notice when I do, or when my user profile loads, I do get a couple of PowerShell pop-ups and then they disappear. On the Malwarebytes, we still have this one, but that seems to be broken. We've got the same one here, but on this one it's still active. So it's on temporary file, script. Okay. Let's reboot these 2 machines so that we can start with third-party opinion scanners and then wrap this test up. Okay guys, so I'm finally back at my desk, so let's quickly wrap this test up. With the third-party opinion scan results for Defender, it seems like we didn't actually do that bad. So we only have a suspicious file, which is the coup Desker, and then one malware sample that's still left, which I think is the Christmas tree. On Norton, found no issues. On Kaspersky, we only found the 1 issue here. And then on MSciSoft, we only found the 3 problems here. I go ahead and close that. And then on the ESET, we only found 2 problems. Close that one as well. Kaspersky will move out of the way. Okay, so let's quickly see if there's anything that's still installed. So we have battery care, so it doesn't seem like anyone's really labeling this as a problem. The Dream Vision version, the IOBit Unlocker, this program I do know. Then we've got Screen Connect, up to down game loop, and Win CIP as well, that's installed. Let's quickly look at our startup items. This one seems to be broken, and then we've got PowerShell as well. I know there are things still popping up after you log in, but it doesn't seem like the other third-party vendors are actually really complaining about that. Okay, let's click on Process Explorer. Okay, so have a quick look at our documents. Yeah, document seems fine. Picture seems good, and the VM doesn't really feel slow at all. And then we didn't look for additional user profiles. Okay, just my same account because I was in the basic view and in the advanced view. Okay, let's see if there's anything weird. Okay, so I think this is the end of this test, guys. So Defender actually didn't do bad at all. I would just say, in my opinion, the third-party vendors might not rate these programs as POPs, but I'm gonna rate them as POPs because obviously I don't think this is something that you really want on your machine, like the battery care, DVB Dream. This is things that I don't want on my machine, so I'm gonna label them as POPs. But otherwise, it seems like Defender didn't actually do too bad, although it is still not happy about a couple of things. I think the malware that it's complaining about, I have actually already deleted. That was the malware on the desktop, so it seems like it might be a bit stuck maybe. But otherwise, if we look at the third-party opinion results and things like that, doesn't seem like Defender did too bad at all, but not great results, I would say, but not bad at all. Malwarebytes, yeah, have actually any words for Malwarebytes. It's just always been disappointing. Even with default settings, as you guys can see, default settings, it was just not doing well at all. As you can see, the machine is also complaining about no internet access. I also did no third-party opinion scans. I don't think it's necessary, and also there's no internet access. So Hitman Pro, MPE, none of those cloud scanners can actually connect and scan. So it's pretty pointless to run scans on Malwarebytes. And in any case, we've got ransomware infection. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this test. I'll be doing some other tests. I'm busy looking at Defender for Business. I'm just trying to sort out a couple of kinks with the Defender side, but I actually want to test Defender for Business. But I think it's going to be fairly similar to what the home version is capable of. But I would like to demo the business version for Defender. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the test. So I'm going to take a pause of these two products for a bit. I'll be focusing on some other products, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Like and share the videos. Hit me up in the comments if you guys have any questions or any other test that you guys want me to do. I'll get your test as soon as possible. But yeah, this was informative. Yet again, bad results and disappointing results from Malwarebytes, unfortunately. Seems the problem, and it's still to date is the biggest problem for Malwarebytes is ransomware. It kind of does okay with other types of malware, but when it comes to file encryption type of malware, Malwarebytes always succumbs to this. So yeah, maybe if you test it with 1 or 2 or 5 samples, it's fine. But if you do high volume samples, you've got a good chance of a malware slipping through that they've got no signature for, or the heuristics or advanced detection cannot pick it up. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the test, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And thanks again for watching.